Shift focus to some of the earnings then, and let's talk about Bajaj Auto. A stellar set once again being reported by the auto major, where this time around, for the very first time, the company has surpassed that 2,000 crore mark when it comes to their quarterly EBITDA figure, and a surprise coming in on the margin figure, because that was the key number that we were watching out for. The ET Now estimate said 19.4% is what we were expecting onto the margin figure, but going ahead, the company has come out with a margin figure of 19.7%, and that's definitely a beat onto the margin figure. The EBITDA number has come in above our estimates as well. 2,133 crores is what the company has reported. Although the top line is in line to our estimates at 10,777 crore, but a beat onto the bottom line as well. A profit figure of 1,836 crores is what the company has reported versus our estimates of 1,771 crores. So a great set by Bajaj Auto yet again. And other than that, what the company is saying that their exports stay on the course to make a gradual recovery, because sequentially we have seen an 8% jump coming in on that front. The domestic business registers a new peak, the landmark quarter for a three-wheeler this time around, and Chetak expansion making steady progress. But some of the new offerings of Bajaj Auto, they have shared an update wherein Triumph Speed 400, initiated in August, met with very enthusiastic customer feedback. That's 8,000 plus units in Q2 is what the company has reported, and definitely we will watch out for more numbers on that front. But the margin expansion, what led to that? The company did say that richer product mix, which was more covered the drag arising from the investment on the growing electric scooters, as well as better realization. So better realization and richer product mix, clearly the two factors emerging, which has pushed the margins of the company while the company continues to make its investment in the electric scooters. So that was the first cut, but let's try and find out how our experts looking at the numbers of Bajaj Auto with this. Let me welcome two of our guests onto the show. We are being joined by Aditya Welekar of Axis Securities. Hi Aditya, if you happen to go through the numbers, then definitely a surprise coming in onto the margin figure. How are you seeing the numbers, and what is something that you will be watching out on the management commentary?
Yeah, hi. So yes, margins are definitely the preliminary numbers indicates that the EBITDA numbers are stood up well, and it's a 2% beat against our estimate. So we were expecting 2,090 crores of EBITDA, and the numbers have come better than that. So we can see a slight improvement, slight decline in the personal cost, and there was a lower raw material consumption cost. So definitely EBITDA margin, we were expecting 19.4%, but that has surpassed our expectation with 19.7% margins. So a good set of numbers. Top line is largely in line with our estimates. There is a beat on EBITDA and beat on profit after tax. So a good set of numbers, I'll say.
Okay, good set by Bajaj Auto, definitely above the estimates of Aditya as well. But Aditya, is this a positive read-through for all the rest of two-wheeler companies as well? Because that's what we see happening in Q1, wherein majorly across all the companies have surprised onto the margin figure. So Bajaj Auto taking the lamp ahead, do you believe that companies like Hero MotoCorp, TVS Motors, there could be a surprise onto the margin figure? Is that something that investors now should eye out for?
Yeah, so gross margin was always on the cards. So this quarter was a theme based on gross margins, because as compared to, the commodity prices have come down, and those prices are going to get reflected in this quarter. And with the ramp up in the volumes, the operating leverage would have been played out. So Bajaj gross margin seems to have worked out well, and that has reflected in its EBITDA margin. So I think similar story we are expecting for other two-wheeler OEMs. We are expecting gross margin improvement across OEMs. There might be some miss or hits here and there, but largely the gross margin story, growth of gross margin, that story will continue, I guess, after seeing these results.
With this, we'll let you go on that. Thank you so much for joining to give us your first cut an analysis on Bajaj Auto numbers. So great set by Bajaj Auto. The key to watch will be the order booking for some of their new launches. That is Triumph's Speed 400 as well as Scramble 400X. But we will watch out for brokerage reports as well, and con call is something that we'll be watching out for. But with this, back to the studios then.